Hey everyone, it's a cold and snowy day at the cottage today, so we thought we would do an inside video. Similar to our basement remodel video, the next big remodel project we're planning for the cottage is going to be our kitchen remodel. While we have not started on that yet, we're planning on showing you the plans of what we're doing and hoping to see what you guys might have to say and if you got any ideas. So let's walk on up to the cottage and we'll go inside and see if we can find Alex inside and maybe say hey to Wilbur too. Just take my shoes off real quick. Oh, look who it is. Hey, say hello to everyone. Hey. All right, so, oh, there she is.
Hello.
Everyone, I'm sure you remember Alex. And before we tell you about what we're going to do, I guess we'll just show you real quick what we're kind of starting off with. This was the kitchen as it looks from when we bought the cottage. Kind of got this small space right here, this wall right there. None of the cabinets had any sort of doors or anything on it. It was all exposed like this. Got some track lighting up there. And then got this like laminate over particle board material. So yeah, this is kind of what we're dealing with, and then all the original appliances and everything like that are still there. So we shall consult the expert designer now and see what she has planned for the space.
Yeah, so I definitely would not say expert designer, but I'll take the designer part. So I'll start with the first big change that we're making, which is this wall. So, as Palmer just showed you, the kitchen is pretty tight, and the way that we're aiding that is we're taking down this wall and we're creating a peninsula island with some built-ins for storage, so we have extra counter space, and this beautiful window will then be open to the rest of the space. So hopefully that'll add a lot of additional light to the living area over there, and then we can just see what's going on in the kitchen when we're even in the living area space. So we're very excited about that.
So a lot of you, I think, will be thinking, what are we going to end up doing? Oh. It's probably the loudest thing ever on the camera. We shall wait until he's finished. Are you done? Are you done? Okay, he's done.
So I think you're talking about the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And how it's currently here.
Yep, it's currently here, and since we're taking down this whole thing right here, where are we going to put it? So we initially thought like, oh, let's do a little counter depth, counter height fridge. Turns out those things are incredibly expensive and incredibly small.
Yep.
So that was out the window.
Yep.
Instead, what are we going to do?
So instead, we're going to head over to the window.
Oh.
And we are going to take out this built-in, and we purchased a fridge that's a little bit more narrow, so it actually will fit in the space. And we are going to, it's panel ready, so we're building panels to go on top of that fridge and really try and build it out so it looks just like normal cabinetry over here. So we'll have the fridge opening this way in this space.
Yeah, so that'll be a nice flow. Now there is another built-in on this side of the room, but we thought about putting the fridge there, but that would be a little bit more difficult because there's the vent right there, and you know, the fridge is gonna potentially block that, which wouldn't be good. So instead, we're going to use this space as a pantry. We're gonna put some doors on there, and that's going to be our food storage area.
Yeah, and it'll have the same kind of finishes as the panels and kind of the hardware that we put on the fridge as well. So it'll look very similar, same style. So I think we can head back into the kitchen, and we'll start with the changes here. The first one that I'll add is that we're going to be keeping all of the lower cabinetry. Okay. All of the lower. Here's the thing about hands. If you are talking with your hands a lot, which is what I do, especially when I'm explaining things, he wants to get involved. Anyways, and then replacing the countertops with quartz, looking for a honed finish, which is a little bit more of a matte finish for Palmer.
Thank you for the explanation.
You're welcome. And then I'll go over to the walls. So I'm extra excited about this. The main goal here in the cottage is to update it, but I want it to still feel like a cottage, and I want it to feel like it looks outside. So the exterior of the home, obviously it looks like a storybook cottage, and we want the inside to feel like that as well. We don't want it to be ultra modern because it wouldn't feel as organic. So with that in mind, we are actually planning on doing some stonework here in the kitchen, which will include some stonework on this wall for sure, and then potentially this wall as well. And by stonework, I mean
it was this wall and that wall. Wilbur was taking the camera.
He
for a
took my
second.
frame?
Yeah, he took your frame. He's looking at something.
He's looking at you.
Very in depth, right there. Look at that stare. Oh,
Broke it. He broke it.
Okay, sorry. So you said stonework on the walls.
Yes, stonework
like
on
a
the
stone
wall.
veneer.
Potentially stone veneer, or they sell thin stone. So we're still kind of shopping around, doing some research on that. But I want it to basically have the same feeling as the exterior stonework that we have downstairs near the basement. I think it's just really beautiful, and I think it'd be really neat if we could kind of bring that inside and that feeling. And that would help kind of balance out all of like the modernness of the countertops and like the new appliances, having kind of an older feature with that stonework.
Nice. And then how about there's going to be some shelving on the walls too.
Yes. So with the stonework, I want that to be kind of the big ticket item in here when it comes to impressions. So I don't want to cover up the stonework with cabinetry on the uppers. I do want to do 2 sets of shelving, just floating shelving on both sides of the oven range, of the range hood. So just very simple, floating on both sides, and then leaving this wall completely open. So it will just have the stonework, no shelving or anything like that going on over
Nice.
here.
That sounds good. And then we'll be replacing the sink as well.
Yeah, we'll be replacing the sink. Palmer requested a commercial style faucet, so that will be coming as well.
Good for dishwashing.
Yes, good for dishwashing.
And I think the only other thing, is the lighting, which right now we're gonna take out this late 90s track lighting and replace it with something else. We're actually kind of a little stumped about what we're gonna do with that. So if you guys have any ideas, we'd appreciate any suggestions and see what you have to recommend, because you always have a lot of good ideas. Anything else?
No, I would appreciate any sort of suggestions on lighting, and keeping in mind that we do want it to still feel kind of cottagey. Sconces is an option, pendant
Scones.
lights. We are open, but yeah, definitely stumped on that one.
Nice. Cool. So to summarize for all of you, Alex, she did the long version, and I'll do the short version, I guess.
In-depth version.
The in-depth version. So to summarize, taking this wall down here and we're putting a peninsula. And in that peninsula there's going to be some storage, there's going to be some power, we'll put a microwave, things in there. We are taking the upper cabinets down, putting some stone on the walls, putting some floating shelves there, replacing all the appliances, replacing the countertops, replacing the sink, putting a pantry here, and then putting a refrigerator right there. So that's the kitchen remodel in a nutshell. And we're happy that you guys are coming along for the ride. We will update you as it progresses, and we hope that you can provide any sort of information, thoughts, suggestions about the whole process. And yeah, we appreciate it. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll be sure to see you next time. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye.